kind of cut my recording, so I have 2 parts to upload to YouTube. That is kind of how I do it, because uploading 5 hours, that can be a little bit too much. So I cut the recording into roughly 2.5 hour range. So I'm sorry for the jump there, but I hope you will forgive me for that. So, as I said earlier, I tend to take everything before I talk to him and look what is around. If there's anything I want or can buy, all those kind of things. Because there might be a time So as I said, everything which is lower than 33% I buy. Then I know I'm guaranteed a good a really good profit on it when I sell it, because I only sell it when it's green, and when I know it's in the range of at least 33%, then I'm happy. Of course, higher is better, so if I sell it for plus 50 something, then it's even better. Sometimes I do make 100% profit on it. Facium. Really. I have 5. No, I can't remember, but I should have checked before I just let it go, but never mind. I had a feeling. So facium is literally animal poop. Just saying. So if you feed animals and you pick up their poop, you get facium. The most concerning thing is you can use it to cook as well. So was that the one I already scanned? Yeah. It doesn't look like there is a timer on, but I'd rather not take any silly chances. So approximate Is there a... Yeah, it's up there. It's a horrible place to put a trade station. There's only one step down. I need him first. Be shuttle. Explore. Maybe I should go and find them. No rest for the wicked. Aim at them before you shoot. Suspicious package. I always unpack them because if you're caught in a scan, they might trigger the authorities to want to have a chit chat with you. Shooting the same meteorite and get platinum first and then gold. I didn't know they were sharing the same. The space station go. And here we are. So I must admit, I mainly collect storage and stuff, but I also sometimes go for rewards because I don't know what it is. Curiosity kills the cat sometimes. I'm not overly interested in those missions where it's coinage. A brickling tart. So nothing really interesting here. Walker Brain I would in the past have gone for because I felt it was very hard to get them, but I actually don't think so anymore. So I think it's time to go to the next system. Before we do, I'm going to take a... No, I'm not. I'm just going to see what these are. Could be something interesting. Before we go to the next system, I'm going to take a very short bathroom break, and I'll be back in a couple of minutes. So stay put. I'll be back quickly. So, back again. Sorry for that. Sometimes it's just what you have to do. So, just have a quick look at the... other planets and moons in the system, just to see what they are and what's on them. There's a lot of sentinels in this. Infested paradise. That doesn't sound nice. So, on to the next system. It's kind of on purpose I don't take long jumps at this point, because kind of more curious what systems, what is around here. And of course, when I got the feel and those kind of things, then I might start taking further jumps and want to get through this galaxy faster than I do. But when the galaxy is new, I like actually to have a look at it. And I do know that each galaxy has some characteristics. So some is much more paradise planets than others. Some is literally pure hell to get through, and so on. So that's why to see what it actually brings and what you encounter is intriguing. So let's see what that was. Some nanites. What does the trade terminal tell us? Not only high, low prices, but wiring loom 65. Vortex cubes are in plus, so they go. These are plus 43%, so there's a win on them, there's a win on those. Those are not. Well, there is actually, because I paid less. They were higher than minus 33%, so I would gain on them, but I rather want them in green instead of in red, so that's absolutely fine. I don't have a problem with that. What is the bartender telling me? That shows the grade. What is in room number 2? That's a good question. It's a workshop. Normally means there's a little bit, maybe. A big yellow box of nothing. Ugh. I hate when that happens. Boxes with nothing. Oh well. You can't win every time. There is an exotic. So it's a nice ship. cost price would be 26,650,000. So I'm going to take the normal picture. So the coordinates is coming up, and you have to be in the Ickjamatew galaxy to use them, and it's the space station in this system. So Rotora Ur, the space station. So if you go here, you might have to camp out for it, but it will eventually pop up. I already have an exotic, so I almost said erotic. Oh dear. That was not what I wanted to say. I already have an exotic, so I'm not collecting more than one of them. I will cut these out to videos as well, so if you miss it in the stream, then check my YouTube channel. There's a link on my Twitch page. There is some already, and as said, I will. It wants me to kill sentinels. Yeah, why not? Scan minerals. Okay. So I want me to go to another system for the scanning. Okay. That's kind of normal, so magma planet, that's very hot. Desert planet. Secret. There's one more up there somewhere. And that is a paradise planet. So there's an exotic coming on the space station, and there's a paradise planet. That's not a bad system. I'm sitting wondering if I actually should take a look at it. But the thing is, I have other obligations, so I'm going to do that first, and then see what else comes out of it. But first, the space station. Because there might be other missions which can be done here. Or maybe not. But the thing is, I'm not into the space station, then I take a tour and see what I can pick up. It's kind of the routine. And I have to look at these, even though I have an S multi-tool, but again, also, if I see something I can transmit to you guys and you can get something out of it, then why not? If I can help other people. I do not mind at all helping other people if I can, and that's why I say if you have questions or comments to anything, then please ask. That's what the chat is there for. I do not mind. The thing is, it might not look logical what I'm doing, so if you ask why I'm doing it, then it's perfectly fine. Oh, you're welcome just to say hello. I almost said goodbye. That is fine as well. What do we have here? C, A, me, C. Have you thought about it if the two guys in ABBA who were named Chris and Charles, it wouldn't have been ABBA but Akka? Bad joke. Oh. It's weird. Sometimes the words are very straightforward. Experiment. So what do you have here? I like to take the +2s, especially if it's not overly complicated. And I'll leave it with that now. I might take one of the others later, yeah. So, coins. Okay, that's fine. Another traveler. Explorers, I didn't get that. The sea shuttle. Sea shuttle. It's good they didn't call it a shuttle by shell, then it would be a sea shuttle. So, which one do we do first? The missing person. He should be straightforward, so I wonder what this one wants. Okay, it's the mineral survey as well. Is there any pots floating around? Can't see any. Doesn't look like it, so I'm not going to pursue that any further. It's warm here. which is okay. Not doing any scanning on stuff until I'm done with this one. Nothing I really want. C-class. So this is higher than 63%, 33. This is even better. This is great. So and let's see. I thought he went outside.
Navigational data received.
So this one there's a time limit on.
Units received. Units received.
Oh shit, I should not have done that. The problem is if I scan animals, it might not count because I have to be in a specific place. It was a little bit stupid. Oh well. So we need to look for a trade station somewhere close by. It's over there. Oop. I'm very good at that. sea hauler. There is a sea explorer. There is a sea hauler and a sea shuttle, so nothing surprisingly, really. So that was one done. I bought all of that stuff. Fine. Shit is bad. Then we have to get the animal one up. Animal, it was mineral, so it was not too bad than what I did. I think I scanned one rock. Cost, that could be the issue, but let's hope it's fine. Don't the one which was time critical, so now we have all the time we want.
Technology recharge.
Oh, the question is how many at once scanned.
Units received. Units received. Units received. Units received. Units received. Units received.
Okay, I got it up.
Units received.
Well, no complaint about that. I like missions which is quickly done. So is that on this planet as well? Okay. Well, I'm not the one who will complain about it, but That's a little bit unusual. So I have to walk around here. And find my way. $497 that way, okay.
Units received.
Okay. And I kind of know what to expect. Can you move a little bit? A lot of carbon on this planet, which is not a bad thing. I actually you hit me, I hit you. don't think I played that the best possible way, to be honest. That was more than I actually thought there would be, so I was a little bit overwhelmed, so to speak. But at least I survived. I will come out from here at some point. Did both missions in one, and that's actually not a bad thing. Where I was that deep down. So, that was a little bit more hairy than it should have been, but it's that's what sometimes happens. So, all there is to do, come on, all there is to do is hand them in, and that is not a bad thing. It is one of the things that, yeah, I say it's a little bit hairy, and it's more the way I dealt with it, which was a little bit bad, to be honest. But as said, I survived. I did the mission, so I killed 7 of that, I did that, and I did that, so just want to make sure I have things the right places. Starship, that can go on the radar. That normally is on the radar as well. these I put over because there's no need to fiddle around with them as such. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. So that was it for this system. Couple of C explorers and a B explorer. A lot of people like that type of explorer to fly around in. I must admit, it's never been my favorite type. I do prefer fighters mostly so I can actually defend myself if I have to. Just looking what's in the system. Not that I really need anything, but curiosity killed the cat. You have to make sure you are a swamp planet. They're quite funny. You have to make sure you actually have it in listed out when you scan it, because otherwise it will not do so. Endless morass. Yeah, why not? So we continue onwards and see where it brings us and what there is in those systems. Might be some interesting missions we can do. Nice. That was sarcastic. The problem is with the planets with aggressive sentinels, you actually don't know how aggressive they are. On some they attack on sight, on others they will just monitor you. And if you do something they don't like, they will attack. And on others again, you will not even see them. Well, I would say don't be scared of sentinels, be cautious. That's probably the better approach. An A1. So it's a Viking, that's 2 times nanite, which is always good. These are below what I know. Buying looms under 60k, that's not bad. So there's none of mine which sells. That's fine. Maybe I should talk to the bartender. It might be something interesting. I normally don't do this, but I have so much money, so if I chalk away some, it's survivable. I will gain the money again.
Units received.
You can search and pick up carbon in these. I tend not to do it. I used to scan the rocks in this because it gave coins, but after the last update it crashed the game, so I stopped doing that. Even though I do like to get some easy money. No doubt about that. An A-fighter. Someone asked me if I don't trade with the people with the ships. I sometimes do. It depends a little bit what I'm looking for. If I'm looking for some of the little bit more unusual things, then I would use them quite a lot, because they have other kinds of stuff with them. So let's chit chat with a couple of them. I'm running out of words. So last time I used that, they got annoyed. So I will be very blunt. It was not the worst outcome. I do like to get something from them. Robots. Kovacs. No, they're not robots. I don't know. Warrior, enemy. Survive. Price. Enemy. Oh, shit. So, could talk with him, find his grave and get a glyph, but as because I already have all 16. There's no need for that. So storage. There's another rate. And I think I will scan for that. I have a lot of these. Well, I have a couple of multi-tools. The one I use is filled up, but the other ones I have, I just have to change them and start filling them up. I know it sounds like I'm bragging, but I'm actually not. But I did a lot of missions to get the slots for my multi-tool.
Alert. Navigational data received.
So it's telling us where the raid is supposed to be. Excuse me a second. Oh. So where am I going? Told me I had a. I think the other one is in another system. So that's. It's very often like that when it wants you to scan flora, fauna, or minerals. It sends you to another. So, is this the one? I actually don't like to have my ship buy if I have to fight. But, well, sometimes you just have to do what you have to do. So Sentinels is not present. That means that there won't be extras coming when you break in here. That said, it might not be any easier, but at least it should. Be less.
Technology recharge.
I kind of like that sometimes. Just one word of advice when you use it. Don't be too close. As I said earlier, make sure you do these quick and swift, then you're fine. If you fiddle around too long, you will risk sometimes that the sentinels get too strong, because they start shooting at you and you will have to shoot back, and as you shoot back they might enforce the numbers, and it goes like a never-ending story, really. You just keep getting more and more of them, and that's the main issue with the sentinels. I don't find them overly strong or hard to deal with. They just get annoyingly many. And of course, you up the challenge on yourself, really. You learn relatively quick how many you can deal with and still stay alive, and which types. And as you get stronger by upgrading your gear, you will learn. You can take more and more, and you get smarter how you actually fight them. But until then, yeah, it's a challenge. So, wasn't there a ship as well? See? I don't want to fight him. Not that I can't deal with it, but I don't want to be honest. So that was this one. We have the other one, and I think that's in another system, so I'll just jump there. And deal with the task ahead. I will go to the space station anyway and see if there's any other missions at hand. It would be silly not to. If I, like earlier, can get 3 or 4 missions pretty much on top of each other, that's a win-win. Oh, by the way, sorry about my voice today. It is really cracking up. It's well, I shouldn't say anything really. I don't know if I've been talking too much today, the whole day. Some days I do. I talk a lot, also when I'm not on stream. remember the rules are if you have questions or comments to the game, feel free to use the chat. You don't have to be a follower to do it. I do appreciate people actually following, but it's not a demand. At least not for chit-chatting. And if you have problems with the game and you're new to the game, have questions, feel free to come and ask. I'm happy to try to help out. I will say, oh dear, I didn't actually read what I was doing. But if I don't know things, I will say so. I'm not trying to BS anyone and pretend I know everything, because that is absolutely not the truth. Even with this game I have so many hours on, there are things I'm not overly great at, but a lot of the tips and tricks I know is quite useful. So as said, if you have any questions regarding things, I will say if you have questions about other things than the game or other games, feel free to ask. I might actually know it. I have been playing many games for many years. When I started playing computer, a 5 megabyte hard drive costed up in the range of $3,000. And that was a lot of money, and that was not something you invested in. Instead, in the beginning, if you wanted to play games, you had to sit and write in the code. And that sometimes could take quite a while before you actually got to play the game. After a while, we then got tape recorders to actually put the code into the computer, and then from there download it to the tape, and could that way load it. But it took a while before we got to that point where you could do that. So gaming sessions had a whole other meaning at that time, because that meant we were sitting keying in the code for the game, and then we could play. And you didn't just change game because you wanted to play, not to sit and because you were together with your friends, and everyone wanted to play games. Luckily it changed to other systems and easier ways of doing it. So when things like the Commodore VIC-20 and the Commodore 64 came out, it was modern times, and that changed a lot of things. Kind of to the better. And then we ended up on PCs, which I'm still on. I have played it on other platforms as well, mostly Xbox, and the different Nintendo ones as well, Wii and what's it called now, Switch. I've never been a big lover of playing games on iPad, iPhone. It's too small for me. I have a little bit of a bad eyesight, so that was that was a little bit about me. I don't really want to kill quads. That is too much trouble for that reward. I always wondered if you could get those navigation data in the background, but I haven't found a way. But of course that one I can get. And yeah, I know I have shitloads of them, but I am a horrible hoarder, and I know it, and I need to talk to a psychologist about that, but they don't seem to take it serious when you talk about computer games, apparently. I'm not like that in real life, to be honest. So we're going there. To scan flowers, plants. This planet looks very cold. Very cold. Bonk. I'm sometimes concerned by the sounds that comes out of landing your ship. Because it's not really the type of sound you would expect to hear. So I wonder, wait, there is metal fingers. I actually never checked what the sentinel level on this one was. Attentive, oh shit. Yeah, I know I'm supposed to scan plants, but everything I've scanned so far is everything else. Okay, so only 4. That's you sometimes wonder if they pick the planets because they know it's a little bit hard. Last time I had one of these, I ended up actually scanning all the animals on the planet before I got the plants I needed. This is going to be a problem. Him lingering around can be problematic because I want those metal fingers. And mine. Damn, what do I do best? Ignore him and take a little bit at a time. That could be the option. Gold. I say, whenever you come across metal fingers, I do believe it's either gold or uranium. I haven't seen any other, but it might come in other flavors, but there is a load of resource in them, so take them if you can. Most of my gold and uranium comes from these. And I can only recommend to take them. So then the problem with the plants. This is pulling teeth out. see if there was a cave down here. At least I know there sometimes is something in caves. Doesn't look like it. There's something that way. Subterranean relics is normally in caves. Might be wrong. They can be on the surface as well, but good. I might as well take them now I'm here. Not that I have ever had any use for them, but so cobalt and silver. It was next to my ship all along. God, that was not what I expected. Ah well. We did the mission and happy days. That's kind of the best of I'm actually not a keen lover of those type of missions because I always find them very hard to actually find the things you need. Talked about earlier when I was scanning minerals, rocks. It's all well and fine that you need to scan and all that, and then you sometimes get, let's say 3 or 5, or yeah, 3 out of 5, and the 2 last one is very hard to find. Of course, you sometimes can get to the place and bingo, it's there. So I'm not going to kill a sentinel quad. I can, but I don't want to. There's a ship. A hauler. We already have found one exotic today, so there's a little bit which eventually will find its way up to YouTube. I just have to pull my finger out. That planet looks quite familiar. And it's an icy planet, so it was not familiar. There's a moon. That's no moon. Well, humid moon. So the thing is, you can always see what's on them. What resources you can find. That looks very familiar. Rainy planet. That must be Britain. So, not much to write home about. I'm just going to farm a little bit before we jump to the next system. So otherwise I won't be able to make any fuel for the frigates if I don't get every day a lump of tritium and dihydrogen. Then it would be a little bit sad. Oh, don't shoot at him. He would take offense at that. I do love these very dense asteroid belts because it is actually easier to just randomly shoot and move and then you will get something. But as I said, be careful because you will see NPC ships mining them, and if you shoot at them, they will attack you. I had a friend who did that. Wow. No, I did it by mistake. I didn't see him, so I shot and I hit him, and he took offense, I would say, which I kind of understand. Shouldn't really. Interesting system. Nothing in it. So that can be a very unpleasant place to go. Four planets and 2 moons. Okay. So let's look at the planets. What do they hold? Indium, gold, silver, high. Sentinel on a capped planet. What on earth does that mean? Activated indium dioxide. When you're making chromatic metal, the best outcome you come is using activated indium. So I always see if I can get some when I come across it. And on a planet like that, I'm actually tempted to see if there is any deposits which can be mined with machinery. So make a little base and just do that. But I have a feeling, and I will have to see if I'm right or wrong. I think I was wrong. I feared that the name it had was due to it was an oceanic. I can't see shit here. Can I lay it? Oh, it's quite warm. I might have to set that out.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
It's kind of funny. That one is flashing. Okay, let's take it. Oh. Cannot use chart. Locational interference. Yeah. That's because there's no space station in this system. So your charts are useless when you are in a system without a space station. So why is it flashing? Why does it want me to use it? Well, my interpretation of that is that it actually knows there is something on the planet which I could possibly use, but I don't know. I hope the weather is clearing up, otherwise this would be a very unpleasant visit. Mostly because I can't see anything. What I thought was spikes was plants or something like that.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
But I like the animals has light on. Think inverted superstorms. What does that even mean?
Units received. Units received. Units received.
What? Okay, I get that they might be very common, but that was not a lot of coinage. So no indium in range. It's a little bit more. Let's actually see what that is. I might have to go mode at some point if the storm comes back. There somewhere.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
Problem is, I don't know if it's going to rip me out and send me flying with the storm. So I'm going to sit it out. Hopefully it doesn't last too long. Because I don't want to sit in a cave under the ground for hours. That would be really annoying. The animals is just strutting around. Well, kind of interesting, different thingy. Ay, that is the curse of this game sometimes. I could probably survive, but this storm might carry me far away from where I actually want to go, so I don't have any mission, so yeah, I need to sit it out. I'm kind of sorry for that. It's mole mode until it stops.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
So close by that way, around that plant maybe. I just want to know what it is. Magnetized ferrite, I'm not even going to bother about that. So, I will say sorry about that.
Units received.
Thing is, I don't mind mining if it's something which is just slightly useful. But magnetized ferrite can make so much myself. Why isn't there any whatsoever? Well, at least I can take these without being disturbed by a sentinel, so another good thing is that actually I wonder what I was going to say. That was a good question. That is a good question. That's a good question. I think I lost it. Better scan it so I get the coins on. Oh yeah, oh, scanning. The good with this is I actually found all species on this planet, so I get the bonus. Whoa, whoa. Something which is so common and used so often, it is very annoying to pick up. I would say. It's not hard, but the way it's always placed out, you have to really spread and shoot. Oh well, let's look somewhere else. So said I would like some Indian. Watery this way. I would normally cheat a little bit and try to find buildings, but I know I'm not going to find any. And I can't use my charts either. Well, it won't help finding deposits either, so that's closest. So because of the storms, I'm not walking that distance because I'm not confident that I will enjoy that. It's a little bit looking for which STD you rather want. Environment, resources. There are certain things you have to do by foot. For instance, if you are looking for hotspots, especially.
Units received. Weather warning. Incoming storm.
I think I will call that. I got a little bit, and that's. But sit and keep waiting out for a storm is not the greatest. Let's see what other planets there is in the system, if there's something which could be useful. Those two planets are very close together. Take a look at that. It might actually be slightly interesting. So I can shoot these, and I get normally.
Hostile ships.
Oh, there's another one. You should always be fine against pirates. However, always keep an eye on your shields. I need to remap them a little bit different because I do have the
Hostile ships defeated.
I have the get anything? It didn't look like it. I have so much crap I need to sell. Oh well. Where did the refrigerator go? It's there. There was another container, so I think wasn't there? So
Hostile ships approaching.
oh, they do that every time. Move in front of the moped. Ooh.
Hostile ships defeated. Technology recharge.
So I don't think there was any more of them. So was that the no, that was the other one. Was the one with the bad weather. Where did our planet go? There. So we got a little bit of pirate fighting in this system.
Technology recharge.
Oh, not much India, my God. So, what's wrong with this planet apart from being cold? Does it hold storms, bad weather? Or anything else? It's hard to say. So let's just put it down. I have to take a quick bathroom break, so it will only be a couple of minutes, so stay with me. Oh, don't bark, girl. Go lay in the window. Yeah, go lay in the window. I got a little dog with me, so yeah. I'm not sure I like what I see. It looks very cold.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
I'm actually sitting here freezing by looking at that. It's one of these things. Infrequent blizzards.
Units received. Units received. Units received.
So
Units received.
do I actually want to?
Units received. Units received.
Do I want to explore that? Actually, don't think I will. Too cold. So those kind of planets is okay if they are relatively calm, but when they are not, they are horrible.
Storm clearing.
So now let's go space and go to the next system where there is a space station. The system with. I'm actually going to look at this as well. Oh, it's the cap one. Grassy moon, that actually sounds quite nice. And a hot moon. The hot moon has activated, okay. So, I'm going to take one more stop in this system. And then see what we do after that. Grassy moon still means it could be with some horrible weather thingies. But it could also mean it's relatively nice, so there's more of those type of animals. Boiling puddles. What does that mean?
Units received.
is another system where I have found all animals. It's actually not completely bad.
Units received.
Sodium, indium, sodium, paraffinium, sodium, indium, paraffinium, sodium, sodium. Sodium is quite useful, so that's not bad deposits to have. To be honest. I wonder. Now I'm curious to see what it actually is. Don't bark, girl. Don't bark, the whole house is sleeping. Except me. Not sure I should go into the forest.
Units received. Units received.
Sodium. This is the difficult part, to try to find where it has the highest density. It's around here. So, do I want to do that? I mean, I might end up being in trouble with too many bases, but well, it's not the amount of bases, it's the amount of materials you use. So no metal plating. That is, it sounds like something which is reoccurring. do this smarter, but I think this is kind of of that. I need to remember to build these up. This is going to be what I need with the next one as well. Purely metal plating, so purely metal plating. Okay. Changed a little bit. Building. Oh. So we have made a little base here. Is it useful for anything? Yeah, it's it is always Ickjamatew. Olo. Sodium. So sodium is one of the most useful, most important things in survival, so it's not something you don't want. On the other hand, it's something you get a lot of anyway, but to be honest, I like to have a lot of it in stock. It's also used with your shields, so not those shields on your starship, so
Units received. Units received.
oh, I think it's time
Units received.
to think about to
Units received.
return to our freighter and call it for today. Clear up. You call shenanigans? Which ones? If I may ask. Ah, they are the best. They are the best. But I must admit, I have not really come across any shenanigans recently, but it's always nice to get a call sometimes. Oh yeah, oh yeah. There's a lot of them. As you say, they are out there to be found, and that is absolutely true. It is kind of no, I don't mind searching because that makes the pleasure of finding things even better, doesn't it? Um, when you search and actually find things, it feels much better, if you ask me. Well, so far it's actually not too bad. I just entered this God Ickjamatew galaxy, and I can't remember I've been here. No, it's a balance, isn't it? To get between where you feel you're grinding too hard to. No, I fully understand that. Uh, but I mean, when you search for things and find them, you feel much more satisfied when you find them. But I must admit, I had a couple of times today where I did missions where I had to scan. One was minerals, the other was fauna, and the minerals was very easy. I found it, and it was done in 2 minutes. The fauna one I couldn't find the last two, and it started taking a little bit, kind of forever to find it, and that's really, oh no, don't go down that route. But I mean, it's good fun, and I do like if it's not always too easy, because that gets boring as well. I do like a little bit of a challenge when you play, to be honest. I find that a little bit funnier. There's some games out there which is absolutely too easy when you are sitting with them, and it becomes not again. Yeah. That's absolutely correct. Sometimes they are really taking the time. Yeah, I don't mind doing them, but I kind of don't like just calling for the calling. But what I do, I find abandoned buildings and do the horrors. First of all, you got a lot easy. Yeah, that's of course true. They are not the hardest of or of missions. But as I said, I do that with the horrors, and that makes me happy. Yeah, but killing monstrosities is counting as normal animals as well. So, oops, that was wrong. Oh, they do. Believe me, try it yourself. I tested it out, and it works absolutely fine. You're right, they're not scannable, but yeah, I have done them a couple of times as well, but I don't really want to pay all that money for it, to be honest. I don't know if I'm not being smart enough. That is absolutely a possibility. The only problem I would say with derelict freighters or abandoned freighters is it takes a long time going through them. Well, at least it does for me. I'm quite cautious when I play, and that comes true when on board those. Yeah, I think last time took me a good half hour, so I'm okay. I just sometimes have to break the battle with them when it gets too much, but in general it's going okay. I mean, I have a couple of trophies from my battles with them. So I do take them on sometimes, but it's a little bit. I need to be in the mood for it. Some days I'm in the mood for killing everything. So sentinels are great playing with. Other days I like to try to sort out things. Yeah, I feel like a zombie. But yeah, no, I feel I go okay with them, and I no, I haven't gotten too much into that yet, but I am working on it. But I know I need a lot of them for the frame. Yeah, no, I haven't done that, but I will do that on stream at some point, because that's one of my aims, is to actually show people that even noobs like me can do these things. Yeah, okay, I got my information from Reddit. I must admit what I have read here and there, and I know that's not always accurate. So that's I know that. No, I know, but I mean, I want to show that even though if you're a new player, you can get to a good position by just playing and using your brain when you play. Um, it's kind of my point. I used to have a lot of colleagues, young people who wanted to try a game which was a little bit different, and I said to them, play No Man's Sky, because first of all it's catchy and everyone can play, and they bought the game and started playing and came after a couple of days. What do I do with that? How do I do that? How do I survive the first 2 hours? Yeah, but we know that if you don't know the game and you start out, it can be very, very challenging until you kind of get the grasp of it. And I will admit, I struggled in the beginning, because I think the first time save I ever had, the first 2 hours were horrible, and I was really struggling surviving and actually get out to space. But then as it started coming together, and I found out, oh, that's what you do to survive. Yeah. No, but we all been there. Now you just know what you need to have on you all the time, and I just pick it up as I go, and it's not like I'm grinding it or anything, but I just know I need to have it. and that's you just need to learn that from the beginning, and then everything goes much better. Oh, yeah. It's unfortunately my ending time. It is quite late here. I'm in Britain. I don't know where you are, but it's my breaking up time. So I'm going to end for today, but I'm back tomorrow from roughly 8 o'clock. GMT, UK time, and you're welcome to come in and give me your. Yeah, it's getting close to that, and so I like things a little bit late, but not too late, because then I would be sitting sleeping at the screen. That's not a pretty sight, I can tell you. So I will say goodbye for today, and come back and chit chat with me. You are very welcome, and I normally have a couple of followers who like to chit chat, but two of them is on holiday, so one of them was writing me from Barbados the other day, and I was really happy about that, because I miss when people when everything is too quiet. I become quiet a little bit, even though I do talk a lot. But thank you for following, it means a lot, and yeah, come back, and if we can get some shenanigans going in the chat as well, that is absolutely fine. I like a little bit of a good laugh, and I can contribute with that when I am stupid in game as well. That happens too. Okay, thank you for watching, and I'll be back tomorrow. I stream from Sunday to Thursday. I'm not on Friday and Saturday, but all other from 8 o'clock GMT to around this time. So I'm here, and everyone is welcome. Yeah, please do. Take care out there, and have a good continued night, evening, day, whatever it is where you are. Take care. Bye for now.